Well, welcome back, people. And here on Wake Up Nigeria today, we have Ochuko Prudence Daniels. She's a dynamic entrepreneur and professional early childhood practitioner. She's joined us today to discuss demystifying the thing called homework. Prudence is the promoter of the Parents Prerogative platform. She is also a member of the organizing team for Montessori Everywhere Global Movement. So it is grand to have you on here today. Welcome once again.
Pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you here. I love talking about kids with you. So what is there to demystify about homework? First off, let's define what homework is. What is homework?
Okay, so homework is work, schoolwork, academic work that children do outside of the classroom.
Okay.
Really, the original purpose of homework was when plainly a teacher back in those days had his children go back home to practice their speech and music. But you know, today homework has become like a huge idol on the side of the teachers, on the side of the parents. A lot of parents believe is by homework they can tell how much work teachers are doing. Well, teachers also, in my opinion, push their responsibilities into some of this homework in quotes. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of homework, even though I'm an educator and a school owner. Yeah, but the truth is, there's not enough evidence to show that homework is really necessary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a paradigm shift. Well, really, honestly, I do understand what you're saying because I feel, especially when you talk about responsibility being shifted, I feel that the amount of assignments, homework, my daughter always argues that it's homework, not assignments. The amount of homework being given to kids, my daughter, for instance, are a bit way too much. It takes out of my time as a parent for other duties. While I enjoy sharing that time with my daughter, it keeps me wondering, hey, aren't they giving me the work that they're supposed to be doing? In the old days, I hated homework. However, my daughter loves homework, so that's an advantage.
Okay, so there are several ways you can look at that. Like I said, there's not enough evidence to prove that homework is really affecting real learning, the actual learning that happens. Not unless it is given ahead, and then the child goes home to explore, look up what they're interested in or a topic that is being treated at school, and then they come back with the teacher, dialoguing, exploring, digging deeper. Then it becomes fun and joy. Homework, the way it is today, takes away the joy of work. Because, for example, in Montessori, we promote the joy of learning, the joy of work. And the learning, in quotes, is not defined. The learning happens spontaneously, and that's the best form of learning. The child is having fun, engaging, and then the child is learning. The learning just happens simultaneously.
So how would you suggest that teachers adopt this form of children exploring outside of the classroom when they get home?
Yeah, they should spend time in nature. Okay, so for teachers, if they're sending work home, it should be fun, something that a child is interested in and wants to do much more. So they can encourage the child to go home and explore more. They can have family time, asking questions about a particular topic. They can also get involved, like if they are practical things. Because in my opinion, I think children in our generation should really spend more time in nature. They should have more of family time, which they don't get because everybody's busy and working hard, making the money to pay. Like you said, you have to do your child's homework. Guess what? Today, people don't even do that anymore. They pay these same teachers to come home and do the homework for the kids.
So are you saying that a kid who goes home to solve sums and read more books is would have less of an would be lesser than a kid who explores or has fun after school?
The child who goes home, like compulsorily.
Yes, regimented. Yeah, that regimented.
Compulsorily knows I have to do homework. Research has found that over 70% of children do not like homework, which is very true.
Except my daughter.
Yes. Yeah, but if the homework is channeled into interests, it sparks up the child's learning capabilities on the inside. The truth is, the defenses for homework are that it builds up better work habits. No, better work habits are built by helping your child to be focused, to stay focused. And what brings about focus? If a child is interested in something and you give all the resources that the child needs to explore in that particular interest, the child will stay focused for hours.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the mental impact of struggling through homework has on a child. Because like you have noted, studies have shown that most children do not like homework. Does this have an adverse effect on the way they view education generally?
Definitely. Even you as a human being, when you go to work from 8 to 9, for example, or 8 to 5, for example, you get home and you want to do more work. Mentally, you are drained. Yeah, so school work is work. And parents should begin to shift to understanding that when they send their children to school, they should equate it to themselves going to the office or their business places to work. So after 5-6 hours at work, you don't want to come home and sit and be doing more work. So that's what homework really is in today's world.
How then can parents keep track of the activities from school and know that their kids are learning?
So this is what we do. In Montessori, we have the communication sessions, the parents' communications, the open houses, events that involve family members, guardians, and parents to come see what their children are doing in school. Also, we have the virtual ones. We have communications, emails, relating with parents. And if they have questions, definitely. The schools always have channels where, parents are involved. In Montessori, what we practice is a partnership. We're not just a school and the parents are on their own. It's in tandem with whatever we're doing. The parents are drawn in. We're partners in whatever we do.
That's very interesting and very, very outside the ordinary what you have just discussed with us here today. Thank you very much, Prudence. It was a pleasure to have you here. If you're out there and you've just learned something, please note, hey, don't stress the kids. They need a time to work. They also need a time to play. I'm correct, yes?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So hoping you've taken something. Thank you very much, Prudence, for coming. We'll look forward to seeing you here again next time. Let's discuss something as fun as we have just discussed.
My pleasure.
Let's find out what's happening inside of the kitchen. Auntie Miriam is in there. I wonder what's happening. Mary, what's happening here?